So we have a special guest, and so because this is in the series where we bring in DNX leaders, so we have a chat with them, and then there are a lot of motivational stuff which comes out, and some personal stuff which we try to bring out, and so that's the intention of this particular program as well. So I say special guest because this gentleman is special because he's not only a DNX leader, but he's also a business head. And so this is the first time as a guest we have invited a business head. And so that is none other than we have done a lot of emailers and other WhatsApp messages and stuff like that. I'm sure everybody know about him now by now. So it is none other than Pritesh Madhya. Hi Pritesh, welcome and very good evening to you. How are you doing? Pritesh, hope you're able to hear us. Pritesh. Okay, so we will just find out. I hope they would be able to do that. So yes, so we also have others here. So Sri Lekha and Naimisha. So we can have a chat. So Sri Lekha, how are you doing after a long time? All good? Yeah, I'm also doing very, very good. Thank you very much. And so it's great. So brilliant. So hopefully we will try and establish yes, this is a technology.
Yeah, we have Pritesh sir and also the teams are here.
Oh, okay. Yes, Pritesh and the team as well is here. So I thought we will start with Pritesh and then we will have a word with the team as well. And so that would be great. So let's sort this thing out.
Yeah.
And so what shall we do? Shall we listen to another song and come back? And
yeah, we have also Jaya. Everybody here. We can also. Hi Pritesh sir. Good evening. Hello.
Yes, I think Pritesh. I could see him unmute.
Yes,
and so
yes.
I hope he is left now. So hopefully he will come back.
Here. I think we can have chat with the team. Saravanan sir. We have Jaya here. Geeta.
Okay, sure. We will do that.
Yeah,
so
many people are here. Hello, Pritesh sir. Can you hear us? Hello.
He's in and
yes.
Okay, so we will do one thing, Sri Lekha. We will play a song. Hopefully, the DJ can play the song. It's only fair that we start with Pritesh and go with the team and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So there is some technical glitch. Sure, we will rectify that. So we'll listen to another lovely song which was playing at the beginning of this particular show. So we will listen to that and we'll come back quickly. Hopefully, we will sort this.
Sure, Saravanan sir. We'll do that.
Yeah.
बोलो सब
मिला हूँ अब जो तुमसे.
Hey, hi, welcome back. And yes, we have Pritesh Madhya with us. Hi, Pritesh, very good evening and good to have you on this show.
Hi, Saravanan. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry there might have been some kind of a connectivity issues, but I am back at this point of time.
Yes, that's a great thing to hear. Absolutely, yes. This is a technology and which has been made possible. And when they first said about DC Live, I thought how it would be possible. And so this is not within the country. So even if someone is sitting outside the country, they can have the URL link and get connected. So that's the technology. But it also has some glitches. So we experienced that. Good to have you. And I hope you're having a good evening. So Pritesh, if you just want to give you kind of a brief about, because at this point of time, I'm sure there are listeners who are listening from any particular center at this point of time.
Sure.
So yes, actually, I never interacted with you before. This is the first time I'm doing. But I remember you were there in one of the detach feedback session where you gave some feedback about the English training stuff, and also I remember. So this is the first interaction I'm having with you. But
thank you for remembering that I gave some feedback. I really don't remember if I did, but if you were able to remember, that's very good. Thank you for that. That's a good memory to have.
Okay, absolutely. It was brilliant. Thank you. And also, I'm sure even I came to know about you more in the last 2-3 days. So it will be only fair you can give an introduction to all our listeners who are listening and tuned to us at this point of time. So if you can just give a brief about yourself to our listeners now.
Sure. Hi, listeners. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining in. My name is Pritesh Madhya. I'm the business head of a company called, of the small unit called Accountify. We are one of the verticals based out of Chennai. We got about nearly about 10 people at this point of time. We started a couple of years ago. Wow. And we work on the financial and accounting vertical at this point of time. We try and use new technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotic process automation, and we try to serve our clients in the finance and the accounting world. Prima facie, most of our clients are in the US and the UK at this point of time. We are also expanding, but it's been a great journey. We started a couple of years ago, and we're a small baby. I mean, we've just started to crawl at this point of time. So we are new, we are fresh, and we act like a startup at this point of time.
Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. So as you said, it's a small baby, and I hope this baby grows into a giant, takes giant leap. And so that's our wishes from DC Life. And so you haven't talked about your, can you talk about your career as well? So is this the first job or you work somewhere else? And a bit about your family as well, that would be great.
Sure. Good. I wish it was my first job. I'm getting older day by day. And I really wish that it could be my first job. I could become a fresher at this point of time.
Yeah.
Guys, can you hear me clear and loud here?
Yes, yes, yes. All clear. We will let you know.
Yeah, okay. All clear. Okay. Fantastic. So I think I don't remember the number of jobs I've done in the past, but I've done donkey years in the field of accounting and finance.
Okay.
I started my career with PricewaterhouseCoopers in London.
Yeah.
I was with them for 6 years. I'm a chartered accountant, UK qualified chartered accountant. I still don't know why I did a UK qualified chartered accountant and I'm still in India. It's a mystery that I'm still trying to solve for myself. Eventually, I hope I will find that answer, but I'm a UK qualified chartered accountant. Worked with the Big Four, KPMG, PwC, in the finance vertical, merger and acquisitions vertical. I've done my years, 8-9 years with them. Then one day decided that, it's time that I take my own plunge and I do things that is not only about 9 to 5, and it's all about doing things that I like. So that's how the idea of Accountify came up. But before that, I got introduced not directly, but through a common friend, Ashwant, who studied with me. He's one of the early members of Desi Crew from the initial days. He's been part of Desi Crew.
Founding members,
and
yes.
Ashwant Gyanavelu, he's one of the founding members, and we studied together. Good or bad, I don't know, but we studied together.
Okay.
And I studied in Loyola with him, and then in the UK, and we've known each other for a very, very long time.
Right.
And some common ambitions, some common missions that brought us together. And I like the way how Desi Crew operates in terms of the goals that it wants to do and what it stands for. And that is what it always excited me.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm here. That's what I did. From a personal, from my family life, I'm married. I've got a kid, 18 years kid.
Right.
I play cricket. I love to read books.
Right.
At the same time, I play squash as well. And if I don't do all that, I'm a driver for my son. I drive him around on the weekends so that he can go and play cricket or horse ride or do anything that he wants.
Okay.
But prima facie, that's my life. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant, Pritesh. So as you said, yes, this is an ideology in terms of Desi Crew where, so as you rightly said, a company with a difference because most of the companies, they are situated in cities or maybe they are based out of cities. And so this is where the exodus happens from the villages towards the city. But this is a company with a difference. And so we have stations, centers in villages, in rural places, so that they don't have to move and come to a city. And that's precisely what Pritesh was mentioning. So that's great. Yeah.
நான் கண்டிப்பா என்னோட மிஷன் வந்து அக்கவுண்டிஃபைல ஒரு 10-20 பேர் ஆகுது வில்லேஜ்ல போட்டு ஆகணும். அதுதான் என்னோட இது. பட் அது எப்படி போடுறது, how it's going to turn, how things will happen, we don't know because the talent pool is in Chennai. Not saying that I am not saying that the talent pool cannot be made available. Yeah. But as we are taking the baby steps, we would like to go to the villages as well as much as possible. நம்ம அந்த TN பாளையம், வில்லிபுரம் எங்களுக்கும் ட்ரிப் போகணும்னு ஆசை. அந்த மாதிரி ஆச்சுன்னா நாங்களும் போலான்னு இருக்கும். So that may be something that will happen in a couple of years time.
Fantastic, Pritesh. அதுக்குள்ள நான் கொஞ்சம் கேள்விஸ் நான் வச்சிருக்கேன். So definitely we will touch base on those questions as well. அதுவும் கேக்குறோம். You also mentioned you're old, but your picture doesn't show you. Looks like a young, more sorted.
That's taken like 7 years ago, and I keep like that, so that's an inspiration that I need to keep looking like that. And that's how Facebook and the social media tricks you, and I'm trying to do that as well.
Okay. Good to hear. Fabulous. Brilliant. So, Pritesh, this is the first time you being on DC Live, I'm sure. So, what do you feel about this as the...
I think it's a great platform, why I say it's a great platform is for 1,000 people doing so much of hard work, having a DJ in Sri Lekha ma'am, having the whole team and putting in the effort is not a joke. I mean, even Sri Lekha ma'am trying to get me and my team, she's been pestering me for a very long time. It's convincing people to come here requires hard work, and it is an intangible hard work which doesn't get noticed, and it needs a lot of perseverances and things like that. So hats off. I mean, you guys are doing... I did join a couple of DC Live sessions in the early days, but with work and everything, things I might have not have put in my effort. But seeing what you guys are doing, I will join further, and really hats off to the team, the DJ and everybody that you're doing a fabulous job for 1,000+ people here.
Absolutely. So DC Live, hippie hooray to DC Live. Actually, they're doing a wonderful show. And so, yes, of course, as you rightly mentioned, Sri Lekha is the one who's backhand with HR and a lot of other people who are able to support, and especially the RJs as well, who are doing the wonderful job. And so hats off to DC Live, and it's a wonderful platform. And brilliant. So, Pritesh, you just mentioned about what do Accountify? What do you do? How do you do the business? And I'll come to another question as well, where it'll motivate our listeners who are listening if they want to be a part of it. But because this name itself is something unique name, so what do you do? How do you get your business? How do you do that? This part which you can share with us, so that will be great.
Sure. If I know how I get my business, that will be $1 million question that I would have answered, because it's been a journey. The business has come through various means and measures, right, and we're still trying to understand and assess where do I spend my money and where do I get the business from. I know I'm spending money, but I don't know which part is helping me get the business. So, right. But jokes apart, I think we have a good net. Chartered accounting firms, founder people that they are in the US, some old acquaintances that we had. They were the early starters who gave us the business, and that's how the Accountify came through. Mm-hmm. What do we do? From a sake of what do we do is basically, every company needs a finance department, and we target the small and medium enterprises. With right. them, they may not have the scale, they may not have the fund or the expertise to have a full-time CFO. So we fill that gap. We fill the gap where the business is not too big, where we can hire a full-time CFO. At the same time, there is a finance need that needs to be fulfilled, right, which can only be fulfilled by somebody who's got the knowledge. Considering we have a chartered accounting and most of my team members are either from a finance background, we fill that gap, and we give them monthly reports telling them, hey, this is your profits, this is your loss you're making, this is your cash flow. Right. And this is the direction that you need to take in case if you want to get fundings and things like that. So right. That is what we do at this point. Right. Fabulous. So great. So I hope the language is simple and I'm able to connect with the speakers. I mean, if anybody has any questions or anything, please do raise it. I mean, sure. we finance manage people have a very bad habit of using jargons and things like that. Okay. Brilliant. I hope so. We will take the next question in Tamil, and so Pritesh, yeah, Hindi also. So we will address to our Kapu audience as well, because I've realized many in Kapu, they understand Hindi. Sure. Okay, so we will take that as well. So fortunately, I speak that language as well. So we will do that. So Pritesh, Tamil la oru kelvi kekka poran ungalkitta. So konja neram munadi neenga sonneenga vandu, because you're looking at strengthening the team to a size of 20, and so that's your big ambition which you have, and you want to also look at talent pool from our satellite stations, our centers. So just wanted to ask you, இப்போ வந்து நிறைய பேர் இப்போ young persons இப்பதான் career start பண்ண பேரு இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நாளா இருக்காங்க, அவங்க program they are very motivated and they want to know in the Accountify processல நான் எப்படி join பண்றது, right? நான் என்னெல்லாம் விஷயம் இருக்கணும், right? It's a very serious, we might think hypothetical at this point of time, but it can become a fact as well tomorrow. So in the moon vishyo which they need to keep in mind, which will ensure that they are a part of this particular team. Okay, the first important விஷயம் என்னன்னா, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து அக்கவுண்டிங் பிடிக்கணும், நம்பர்ஸ் பிடிக்கணும். நான் எனக்கு சயின்ஸ் பிடிக்காது, நீங்க எனக்கு பிசிக்ஸ் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா கெமிஸ்ட்ரி கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு சுத்தமா பிடிக்காது, எனக்கு இதுக்கும் சம்பந்தமே இல்லை, அதனால அந்த பக்கம் போல. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங், அவங்க ஒரு காமர்ஸ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் இருக்கணும். நம்பர்ஸ் பார்த்துட்டு they should not run away from numbers. So that would and it's a personal trait, finance and things are this is not something it can be thought. You should like something to be able to do it. Absolutely. So அதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் விஷயம். ஐ மீன் யூ ஷுட் உங்களுக்கு நம்பர்ஸ் படிச்சிருக்கணும். செகண்ட், எக்ஸல் சேல். ஓரளவுக்கு எக்ஸல், பேசிக் எக்ஸல் ஆகுது தெரியணும். ஸோ ஏன்னா இப்போ இன்னைக்கு வந்து கம்ப்யூட்டர் இல்லாம எதுவும் செய்ய முடியாது. எக்ஸல் ஸ்கில்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் கத்துக்கிட்டாங்கன்னா இட் வில் பி, அது வந்து கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா இருக்கும். ஸோ செகண்ட் அண்ட் தேர்ட், இட்ஸ் a continuous learning process. நம்ம கத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம். And with technology, finance நாளைக்கு அந்த ஜாபே இருக்குமா இல்லையா நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது. I mean the technology is going so fast. So மூணாவது விஷயம் வந்து open mind, ability to learn. நம்ம வந்து கத்துக்கணும். ஒரு விஷயம் வந்தா நம்ம இப்படி கத்துக்கணும். அந்த மூணு விஷயம் இருந்தால் I think anybody can join. யாரையும் வந்து Accountify ஜாயின் பண்ணலாம். நீங்க உங்களை HR சொல்லிட்டு ஜாயின் பண்ணணும் ஆசை தான். We have got lot of courses. இப்போ வந்து டீடச் ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து லான்ச் பண்றோம். அதுல எக்ஸல் ஸ்கில்னு ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு, பாட் சொல்லி ஒரு கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு. அது ஜாயின் பண்ணாங்கன்னா நமக்கும் தெரியும் that people are interested. They're not talking the talk, they're walking the walk also in a sense. They want to do. So I think these are the first couple of steps that they can take. இந்த மாதிரி அவங்க கோர்ஸ் ஜாயின் பண்ணி அவங்களோட இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் காட்டினாங்கன்னா we also need, எங்களுக்கும் நல்ல talent pool தேவை. So we can go and do that.
Fabulous. Well explained, Pritesh. So our சொன்ன மாதிரி வந்து detachliye I was thinking, and you also mentioned that detachliye நிறைய courses இருக்கு. அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி bot and excel, and so excel macro வரையும் இருக்கு. So if you want to learn
visual basics, macro வரையும் இருக்கு. So that's why the basic grow is great, because we are giving opportunity. People அவங்க வந்து கொஞ்சம் force, if they are able to see the future for themselves. For 2 years, any interview you go, they ask you what do you want to do in next 2 years time, 3 years time. அந்த மாதிரி கேள்விக்கு பதில் பேசிக் ரூவே கொடுக்குது. நாங்களே கொடுக்குறோம், உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸல் கோர்ஸே கொடுக்குறோம், உங்களை இந்த கோர்ஸ்லாம் கொடுக்குறோம். பண்றவங்க பண்ணா there is a lot of scope that we can make things happen.